Hello and welcome to Salute. I'm your host, Bob Peters, and with me today are some folks from 219 American Legion Post here in Fruitland Park, Mr. Jeff Ivins and Diane Rousseau. Welcome to the show, guys. And I understand you have some information about some of the upcoming events and things that are happening down at 219 in Fruitland Park. So who would like to start?
Ladies first.
Ladies first.
Okay. Well, the auxiliary is always busy with different things. We always have bake sales going on. We have a Chinese auction coming up on Saturday, March 22nd. Doors are going to open at 5 o'clock and the auction will start at 6:30. The Legion has a golf tournament that's being done with in conjunction with the riders, and that's on March 9th. It's going to be held at Water Oak Golf Course. And you can get more information on our website or you can call the post.
You should tell people if they want to get an application or something, they could stop at the post, can they not?
Yes, they can.
And so there's where we have to tell them where the post is.
194 West Fountain Street in Fruitland Park.
Okay. And perhaps you want to tell us this money that you're raising from this golf outing. By the way, I played it in the past and I plan on playing again.
Good.
So, but where does the money go?
All the proceeds from the golf tournaments go for the children and youth programs, which includes Boys State and Girls State, scholarships, supporting the children locally. Fruitland Park Elementary School is one of our big programs that we help because they're right next door to the post. So we're there for them all the time. And the Legion, as well as the auxiliary and the riders, support them, and the Sons of the American Legion. Mm-hmm. So it goes for the children and youth.
Jeff, are you a golfer?
No, I'm not.
No, you're not.
I'm a photographer.
Oh, okay. But you're also the historian.
That is correct.
For the Post.
Yes.
And maybe you'd like to tell us a little about the history of the Post, or Diane, we want to do that?
I would defer to Diane. She's been with the Post a little bit longer than I have.
All right.
Well, I've been around there for about 20 years, so I can tell you a little bit about it. Post 219 started in 1980, where a few of the veterans locally got together and started meeting in what everybody called the chicken coop. It was some property owned by the Cornets, and they allowed them to use a pole barn, from what I understand. It was before I was there, but they met there for 5 years before they moved into the old Fruitland Park Post Office. And they were there until just the last 3 years when we decided to buy another piece of property and built a brand new post on Fountain Street. So we've been there for just 3.5 years now, and it's going really well because we have more parking space and a bigger lounge and a bigger hall where we can have activities. We have dances, dinners. We rent out the hall if anybody wants to have a small wedding or birthday parties or whatever there. So it's been really great. So we've been there for 3 years.
That's great. So there's always something going on.
Oh yeah, we like to try to have something going on. Last year we had the Community Appreciation Days where we invited anybody in the area to come in, and we had games out there for the kids, and we had a barbecue going on, a bake sale, and games inside for the children, and coloring and things like that. So it was great. So I think we're going to plan another one this year.
And so Jeff, how long have you been a member of the Post?
I've actually just joined probably about 4 or 5 months ago. That's why I was deferring to Diane for more information about the Post.
You know, I did a show up north one time with a guy who did the same thing to me. You know, they asked him a question. He said, "Well, Bob, be better off for to answer that." Put me on the spot. So that's what he did to you. But anyway, you are a Navy veteran.
That is correct.
Tell me a little about when you were in. And,
I joined '87, got out December of '95. I was stationed on board, 2 ships. USS Spruance, which unfortunately is at the bottom of the sea, and the USS Ranger, which is right now they're trying to make her scrap metal. So, but both ships have been decommissioned. I got out at NSGA Key West, down in Key West. So I only did 8.5 years.
Only that's quite a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Certain operation or
Operation Desert Storm.
Can you tell me a little bit about that?
Basically, when I was going through A school in '90, that's when Saddam Hussein invaded Kuwait. Me and the other guy that was active duty, regular Navy, we were like, oh, we know where we're going, and ended up he went on the USS Midway, and I went to the Ranger. And then shortly after I reported on board, we left San Diego and went to the Gulf. And within a day and a half of getting into the Arabian Gulf, we sat there and launched one of the first ways across to disable Saddam's defenses.
So when you say, what kind of ship was a Ranger?
It's an aircraft carrier.
Oh, so you were sending planes off of the missions. Okay. Yeah, see, I'm in the Air Force. I don't know much about ships. So.
Good old bird farms.
Yeah. Well, and thank you for your service, my friend. And you are the past state auxiliary president, are you not?
Yes, I am. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And you also, you're very well connected to a military person too, aren't you?
I am. My husband served 22 years in the Air Force, and I have my eligibility to be a member of the auxiliary through him. The American Legion Auxiliary, just to give you a little background, is the world's largest women's patriotic service organization, which means we're out there to service our veterans, their families, and the community and the children. And yes, I did serve as state president in the fiscal year 2011-2012. I traveled the whole state of Florida, kind of like overseeing, helping where it's needed, and a PR person, visiting, helping. If there's problems, I had to help with that. Mm-hmm. So I did that for the year, and also at the same time helped at the local unit, because that's where the meat is, right? The local people.
Well,
and we're always there. We have our local unit has about 235 members, and we support, like I said before, the Fruitland Park Elementary School is really big and near to our heart. And the local food pantry, we always have a food drive going on for them, supply drive going on for the school. And we always have a box at the Legion, so we have the Legionnaires, the Riders, everybody's always throwing in things so we can support that on a monthly basis. I always deliver things over to them. So I keep busy as the secretary. I'm there to help with anything I can.
A lot of people they hear about a Legion post or veterans post. They think it's a place to go and just drink.
Right.
But it's important to get involved, because there are so many things that you guys do as veterans auxiliary. Yeah. You have a sons too, do you?
Yes, we do.
Yes. And the Riders.
And the Riders, yep.
All right. So if somebody wanted to join, how would they go about it? You have to go to the post? Do you have a website? Or
the website is AmericanLegionPost219.org. I'm going to be adding some stuff to the site, like a membership, to where they can just fill it out and bring it up to the post, and one of the officers will be able to help get you signed up.
Okay, and you're going to have links to other great things such as Lakefront TV, are you not?
Of course. We're going to have a links page to everything else.
That'll make my boss happy. Yeah.
One of our members at the post is actually, when you're talking about doing things for the community, starting a Sea Cadet program. And we wanted to bring up that, if somebody is, somebody watching.
First, you'll have to explain what is a Sea Cadet.
Sea Cadet program is kind of like an ROTC program. Basically what it does is it helps the kids get indoctrinated into, well, I wouldn't say indoctrinated, but get accustomed to military life. And basically what they do is they go through weekly or monthly drills, and what they do is at the end of the program, and if they do decide to join the military, and it doesn't matter what branch, but I know in the Navy branch, once they get out of boot camp, they get promoted to E3 upon completion of boot camp.
Oh, that's pretty quick.
But if anybody from the age 13 to 17 wants to get involved in it, they can go to the post and find out the information on who to contact. Or if somebody wants to volunteer, we do need volunteers to help out. One of the things is actually having, because we may have female cadets involved, we need to get more female volunteers. It is associated with the Department of the Navy, so there is a background check that's required.
Yeah, well, that's great. Jeff, in all the years that you were in the Navy, with this new program you want to start, what would you like to say to young people who are thinking about maybe getting into the Navy or getting into this Sea program?
To get into with the Sea Cadet program, like I said, it helps you define and get yourself being able to be more respectful towards yourself and towards others, and it also gives you a little bit of self-discipline. If you want to join the Navy, especially since that's where I'm from, within, I would say, it does help build character. Yes, I can say I've been in every time zone in the world on the 2 ships I've been on, and also the fact that it does help with discipline within yourself, and it does empower you, as you go up in the ranks. So I would highly recommend it.
Yeah, I think it's great in the fact that the discipline, and I think a lot of young people need that nowadays, because it's direction,
Yes.
And it really was good for you.
Yes.
That you learned a lot. The other ship you were on was called what?
The Spruance.
Okay.
DD 963. It was the first of its class. Unfortunately, like I said before, they used it for torpedo practice to make an artificial reef in the Gulf. And it was, we did, the Samuel Gompers back in '88 ran over a mine, and we were over there to go over there to relieve them, and so I was in the Gulf region twice. Well, actually 3 tours in the Gulf area. Mm-hmm. So, but the Spruance.
What kind of ship was that?
That was a destroyer.
Destroyer.
Yeah. It's named after Raymond A. Spruance. Anybody who watches Midway, or I think it was Midway, the movie Midway, will hear about Raymond A. Spruance, an admiral that was that actually was a destroyer captain, but was promoted to carrier captain because of his expertise.
Can I ask you a question? Mm-hmm. Why did you join the Navy?
Because I wanted to serve my country, and basically the Navy guaranteed me a school at a boot camp, and I was debating, of all the services, I was debating which one to go to, and the Navy offered me the best, what I wanted. And plus my father was in the Navy, and
okay.
Well, it was my father and I were the only 2 in our family to be in the Navy.
So we talk about your post 219.
Yes.
What's the name of the post?
John Geller Memorial.
And can you tell us a little bit about that?
I can. When the post was first established in 1980, it was actually called Richard D. Knott, after the commander at the time. And then just prior to moving into the new post 3 years ago, the members voted to change it to John Geller Memorial in honor of our first commander. And Mr. Geller was very active in getting the whole thing moving way back in 1980. And actually his 2 sons, JJ and Walt, are still there and still very active, and JJ actually is our commander right now.
Yeah.
So we
good people.
So we switched it and named it under the John Geller Memorial Post 219. We're very proud of that.
And I do believe, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think JJ and Walt were both career Coast Guard, were they not?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep.
Evidently, we haven't got them on the show yet, so you have to speak.
Well, we'll talk to them about that.
Yeah.
It'd be nice.
I'll drop a hint too.
Yeah, get those Coast Guard guys in here too to tell about their stories.
Yeah.
Yep, they're hard workers.
So you mentioned to me out in the other room a little while ago that you also march in some parades or something?
We do.
Yeah.
Fruitland Park Days. This year, I think they moved it back to like the middle of March. And for every year that I can remember since I've been here, we've marched in the parade. We put a little float in there. The riders have participated in the last couple of years on their motorcycles. And it's just a matter some of our members will walk along the side of the float and pass out American flags or beads and candy and things like that the kids love to see. Yeah. And so it's just it's a good public relations thing to be out there and show the people that were there, number one. And the whole Fruitland Park Days is wonderful. All the local people come out, and then vendors have food and crafts out there. So it's just a fun day.
So you said as long as you've been here, where are you from originally?
I'm originally from Vermont.
Yeah.
You're not going to hold that against me, right? Yes. Chuck and I are both originally from Vermont. He retired from the Air Force when he was stationed at Stewart Air Base in Newburgh, New York. And then we decided to come to Florida.
How did you wind up in Fruitland Park?
Well, we had fallen in love with this area. My parents had a place in Bushnell for a number of years. We'd come down and visit, and we fell in love with the Central Florida area. And Once we found our home in Fruitland Park, we went looking for an active patriotic organization, and we found post219. So the rest is history, as they say, right?
Yeah, I guess.
Chuck's been commander at the post. I've been president at the post, and served all the different chairs on the state level also. So we keep active. They won't let us go.
Well, you got to hang on to the people that are active,
Yeah,
because
right.
there's a lot of people who like to go to the post and say, I don't think we should do it this way, but you say, let's get involved, they go the other way,
Yeah.
Exactly.
But there are a lot of great people there.
Yes,
and
there
Jeff,
is a lot of
where are
good.
you from originally?
I'm originally from Southwest Philadelphia.
How did you wind up down here?
Well, after leaving Philadelphia, I moved to Virginia Beach because my father being transferred. Joined the Navy, went to San Diego, Mayport, back to San Diego, then down to Key West. Got out of the Navy there, went to Jacksonville again, got divorced. Went to Atlanta for a couple years, and then me and my roommate decided to move down to Florida, and been here for about just over 2 years. And I've been wanting to get involved with a patriotic organization, debating between the VFW and the Legion. And the Legion post was closer to us, so I joined the Legion and got involved, and I help out as much as I can.
Once you get involved in the Legion, let me tell you how it works. You wind up becoming a member of the VFW, you become a member of the Ivins, you become a member of, like me, I'm a member of about 6
Of all of
different
them?
organizations,
That's good.
But that's a good thing, though, because all the service organizations need to work together for the veterans.
And just wanted, before we run out of time, because I really want to plug this golf outing, because this thing is something that you guys do that supports everything. We have these, the AMVETS is the same way. They're having their golf outing on the 30th of March, and all that money goes to education. And yours supports a lot of things. So, again, will you be there? Are you playing golf?
I'm not playing golf. I'll be taking pictures.
Diane, what
But
about you?
Diane.
Oh, I won't be playing golf, no.
No?
No, but I'll be there. They always need help at the table signing in or out on the cart in case somebody needs an extra ride or a lift. Last few years I'm like out on one of the par 3s where they measure, the closest to the hole and give you free golf balls if you get the closest and all that. Yeah, I'm usually there helping out. I enjoy it. I really do.
It's at Water Oak.
Yes.
And I'm going to tell you, this is a true story. I think I'm making this up. When I played in that tournament, you had one hole that was, if you got a hole in one, you got a vacation.
All right. Did you win?
No. No. That's why I'm still here.
Okay.
But anyway, the other holes you had prizes for closest to the pin.
Yes.
You didn't have a prize for the closest to the pin. It was either a hole in one or nothing.
Oh.
I came within 4 inches of a hole in one. So I thought maybe I'd win something. They said, no,
Wasn't
if it
the right
didn't
hole,
go in.
right? Oh.
But I scared them. They were afraid that I was going to win it.
Well, I will say one of the par 3s where they were giving a sleeve of golf balls if you were within the circle, and everybody was the golfers were saying, well, the circle's too small, right? So I would give them an extra length or 2 outside that.
Oh, yeah.
But I don't remember seeing any.
Are you giving away a secret here? Or what?
Yeah.
You're going to get in trouble. are you?
All right. All right, Jeff, catch me.
So the Post is open every day or 5 days a week or what?
It's open 7 days a week. Monday through Saturday it's open up 11. On Sundays it's open up 12. We do have lunches Monday through Friday from 11 to 2, which are open to the public. Just have to ring the bell, and once they come in, they have to sign in.
Okay, I've been there for lunch. It's really good too.
Yes,
Do a
it
nice
is.
job. What's her name does that?
Debbie.
Debbie, yeah.
Yeah.
She's going to hate me now because I said, what's her name?
Yeah, what's her name? There's other girls that are filling in the
Yes.
kitchen too now. And it's good food and it's inexpensive.
Yep.
Good lunch.
And as a auxiliary member, what would you say to other ladies? And by the way, auxiliary members can be men in the American Legion, right?
No.
No?
No. The auxiliary for the American Legion Auxiliary is women's. It's chartered as a women's organization.
Okay.
So until we get Congress to change that, and you always hate to say it takes an act of Congress, but in this case it really does, because we are, the American Legion and the American Legion Auxiliary are chartered by the United States Congress.
See, I thought you could, because, well, this is probably before they had the sons. You have the sons now, right?
Right, we have the sons.
A lot of them didn't have sons.
That's correct.
And then they could have probably gone into the auxiliary, had they not?
No, the
gonna have to
VFW
eradicate-
does. I know that. They have the men's auxiliary now.
Yeah.
Actually, the last few national conventions that I've been to, it's been brought up to try to change that, and it has not gone through. So there is a lapse there that we're trying to work on and get that worked into either into the auxiliary that, as it stands now, and change it, or to have a men's auxiliary, like the VFW organization does.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, because there's
So
always missing a few people there, and a lot of the guys, they don't want to come in. They feel bad that they can't be part of the organization. So we're striving to fix that in the future, and I hope we can.
And you're always looking for new members, right?
Absolutely.
And here's where your pitch is. You go
Here's
out
my
there.
pitch, right? For every veteran that's out there, and if you're a veteran who belongs to the American Legion, I mean, the auxiliary, we should.
Well, that's first
we
step.
should really
First step, they have to
flourish.
become a member of the American Legion. The veteran does.
Yes, if I'm as a lady joining the auxiliary and my eligibility is through my husband, I have to show his DD 214 or papers for the military to prove that I can join under him. If I'm somebody who's joining under a deceased veteran, I still have to show paperwork of some kind to prove that he was a veteran, but I still can join. See what I mean? The auxiliary obviously should have a lot more members if you look at it that way, because you can have your mother, your sisters, stepchildren, granddaughters, great-granddaughters can all join underneath one veteran. So you could have a lot of people underneath you, either one of you.
So if they
That's
want
great.
to join, they go on the website, or they don't call you, right?
Well, they can call me, absolutely. Anybody can call me. I'd be glad to sign up new members.
Okay.
You want my personal phone number? I'll give you the phone number for the Post, 352-787-2338. Call there. And if anybody wants to stop by the Post, we have the forms all there for all the different parts of our organization, or our American Legion family, as we call it, right there at the Post. I would love to talk to anybody about the American Legion or American Legion Auxiliary if they have questions.
Well, I'll tell you, I worked a lot, as being a past commander of a
Yes.
Legion post, I worked a lot with the auxiliary, and you guys are the backbone of getting a lot of stuff done.
Thank you.
There's no doubt about it.
No doubt about it.
No doubt about it.
Yeah.
So you meet what day of the week, and when?
We meet the second Monday at 7 o'clock.
And the Legion itself meets on the first Thursday of the month at 6 o'clock.
So if anybody has their DD 214 is thinking about joining, they could stop in then.
Or if they just want to come see what we're all about and see if it's a club that they'd like to join, then just come and visit at a meeting. Just come in and say, hey, I'm thinking about joining, or just heard about you.
Okay.
And we'd love to come visit you at a meeting and see what you're all about, because we
Right.
do some great things in our community. You may not hear a lot about it because, we're not tooting our own horn, but we need to start doing more of that. Because, like I said, we're there supporting the community and the children. And like right now, Chuck and I, we're working on Boy State and Girl State. And if there's anybody listening that's a junior in high school right now that wants to go to an intense one-week course on government up in Tallahassee, we pay for everything to send them. Get hold of us, because we need it like this month.
Yeah, you guys do so many great things, but unfortunately, I'm out of time.
Yeah.
So once again, the golf outing is March 9th. And but you got to get it in a week before.
March 1st is the cutoff date.
Is the cutoff.
Right.
Okay, and I want to thank you folks for coming on the show.
Thanks, Bob. It's
And
been a
I
pleasure.
will see you down there at the golf outing.
Yep.
But it's time for me to say goodbye, and this is how I do it. To all our veterans out there, our active military and their families, we salute you for all you do. Till next time.